swear I am wearing clothes. Yeah. And welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a makeup look inspired by Kylie Jenner. Now, she wore this makeup look to the Boohoo launch party of Jordyn Wood's collection, Her Best Friend. I absolutely loved the makeup look. It was just so bronzy, peachy, golden glow. Everything about it was just so beautiful, and this is what I came up with using products mainly from the drugstore actually, bar from a Chanel bronzer and the Giorgio Armani foundation. But I really like how it turned out. It's a shame that I don't have any events to go after this because I'm boring. But anyway, and this is how it turned out. I'm so happy about it, and if you guys want to see how I recreated this look, please keep on watching. Hi guys, as you can tell, I've already done one eye. I'm going to be doing the other eye on camera. Hope it works though, because I'm not very good without a proper mirror in front of my eyes, obviously. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm on about. Okay, so I'm just going to be using a very big palette to use as a mirror, and I'm going to be placing that on the bottom lash line and upwards, trying to be kind of symmetrical, and just going to be placing it there. Okay, firstly I'm going to be taking the Rimmel London, this is all rubbed off, I think this is just called bronze, and it's the Scandalized waterproof Kajal liner, and I'm going to be taking a domed shadow brush to work that in. I'm just going to be placing that onto the outer corner of the eye, and I'm just going to be buffing that in to create a kind of a base for the eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, I think I put on too much. Kind of have to work quickly with this pencil because otherwise it can be hard to blend, because obviously it is an eyeliner, not an eyeshadow base or anything like that. Next, I will be taking, what did I do next? So I took this orangey shade from the Revolution Ultra Blush palette in the shade All About Bronze, and this has all bronzers and 2 highlighters. I will be taking that orange shade as I said, and I'm going to be tapping that all over the lid like so. Coming up quite dark on camera. Okay, so I've readjusted the camera settings because everything just came up quite dark on camera. And then I'm going to be buffing that using that domed shadow brush again. And literally just going to be buffing that up into the eyebrow, because it looked like in the photo that everything was just so seamless and connected. I'm going to be taking another bronzer. It's just that I really love bronzer, so I have lots of bronzer shades available to me, and they just work for this look, because this look is very bronzy, very golden. And yeah, so I'm going to be taking this Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer in Rock On World, and as you can see it has some golden tones in it and it's quite coppery and very nice. So I'm going to be taking a small fluffy brush and patting that on the edge and working that into the centre of the lid. Okie doke. Next I'm going to be taking a different brush of some sort, just a small flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be taking the golden shade, and this is actually a straight up gold, and I'm going to be taking that onto the brow bone because it looked like she had quite a heavy brow highlight of gold. Oh, that's very, very pretty. Loving that. Very strong, very pigmented. Okay, now I'm going to be taking a brush, again with that domed shadow brush, but I'm just taking any eyeshadow that was previously on there and just buffing everything in so everything is seamless. I've just got a picture of like the look of Kylie just over there, and it just looks like she's staring at me like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, right, and you can't do my eyeshadow look. Be taking it again and just re-emphasizing that because it's kind of been lost due to the blending. There we go. From the Revolution Redemption palette Iconic 2, it has this nice golden shade. It's quite a pale gold, and I'm going to be taking that on the flat top eyeshadow brush again onto the middle of the lid and highlighting that area because you want to bring back in the light. Just highlighting that. Using the L'Oreal Smokey Infinite Bronze eyeshadow palette, and it has this golden shade here. I could have just used this palette on its own, but I just went ahead and just used a kerfuffle of stuff. Anyway, so it looked like she had quite a heavy gold pigment on, and I don't have any gold pigment with me at the moment, so I'm just going to be passing that onto the centre of the lid again, creating more emphasis and light, and just be patting that there. Using the MUA eyeshadow in Copper, taking that on a fluffy eyeshadow brush and working that into the area between the highlight and the area that we placed the golden eyeshadow. It just creates some definition between the two. Now I'm going to be removing the tape. Ta-da! Copper eyeshadow again and taking that on the same brush and working that onto the bottom lash line. I will be going back in later after we've done all the concealer work. Okay, just connect everything together. Now using an angled brush, I will be taking from that Revolution palette again. I'm going to be taking the black shade. It's quite a carbon black, as you can see. And then I'm going to be smoking out an angle. So I've just drawn a line with that black shade, but we need to smoke it out because it looks like there was emphasis there, but everything was softened. The domed shadow brush again and just really work that into the eyeshadow work that we've already done, just smoking it out. Okay, we will be going back in there to emphasize anything that we need to. And now I'm going to be placing on some individual eyelashes. Thing is, I have lost the packaging to these individual eyelashes, but I swear you can just get them anywhere at a good price as well. So I'll be using, I used 4 of these very long individuals on the outer edge, and then I gradually moved on and placed 2 of these and then 1 of these as I move further into the corner of the eye. I won't be doing this on camera because I will fail. So I'm going to be doing that off camera and I'll come back with the eyelashes. Okay, so it's taken me like half an hour to put on the individual eyelashes on this eye, and it took me too long, you guys. It's very hard to do individual eyelashes. I'm not used to doing eyeshadow work either, and doing eyelashes is just another step. Now I need to redefine on this side the kind of smoky black that we put in, that angled brush again and back into that carbon black. Emphasizing that. Use this brush to smudge it out, although the eyelashes are kind of in the way. Okay, we'll leave it as that, and I quite like that actually. So for this makeup look, I've been using the Rimmel London eyebrow pencil in the shade Black Brown, just because I find it more softer looking and able to create that kind of arch, and also the tail that kind of like goes alongside the eyeshadow work. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. So I start from the middle and then I work my way into the front. I know loads of people don't like doing that because they don't like boxy brows or whatnot. I just find that it just gives me that definition there and gives me something to work with straight away. I'll go into the tail now, and it just really just sits on top of that brow bone highlight. And now I'm going to work on the arch. She has quite arched brows. And I'm not in focus. For goodness sake. Come on, camera. You can do this. Moving forward. Oh no. This is what happens sometimes. It's okay. This is easy to remove with just your fingers. Now the eyebrow framework is done. I'm going to be taking another angled brush and then I'm going to be using the Revolution Mono Eyeshadow in Delicious. It's quite a grey tone brown and it's quite soft and easy to blend into the brow. And really blending it into the front, making it quite soft and seamless. Okie dokie, that's my brows done. I'm just going to set them in place using the Collection Clear mascara. They still look quite soft. You can't even see that I'm wearing anything, I just look a bit naked. Okay, moving on to the base makeup. I will be defining my jawline first, but I need to prime, don't I? So I'm going to be taking the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm and working that into the face. Okay, working that into the skin. As you can tell, I don't have flawless skin. I have a lot of scarring from spots, especially here under my cheeks, and my nose is quite red at the moment. Everything's just happening. So I'm going to be taking this flat small brush and I'm going to be taking my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Espresso. I always use this for contour. And then I'm going to be defining my jawline. Doing this step first, I just find that everything just blends in more seamlessly. And her skin looks quite dewy in the picture. It doesn't look overly matte. There is a lot of highlight on there and it's very bronzed. I'm going to be taking the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 6. I'm kind of running out, which is really sad because I really love this foundation. I'm taking a fluffy blender brush, placing that onto the skin. And hoping that it matches my fake tan. Probably should get shade 6.5 or something like that. Okay, so just going to be stippling on to get nice coverage, and then I'll focus about blending it properly into the skin in a bit. Okay, now I'm going to be blending out that contour on the jawline. It's looking quite pale on camera, but I'm telling you, it matches my neck quite nicely in real life. Next, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 20. Down the bridge of the nose, on the forehead, under the eyes, the typical triangle. Her skin looks absolutely flawless in the picture. So beautiful. Clean, clear, just and on my Cupid's bow and chin as well. Now I'm going to be using my Real Technique sponge to work this into the skin, but I'm going to use it dry with a little bit of water spray sprayed on, just because I like the finish that this gives. It's not too full coverage in that the sponge does absorb quite a bit of the product, but it gives a really good finish, and I've just been really enjoying using it this way. So I'm just going to be pouncing that onto the skin. I don't even see, but it leaves quite a soft and flawless finish. I really like that, and I'll just continue to do so. So I'm going to be taking that again, that Espresso foundation stick, and contouring my nose. The last time I did a Kylie Jenner inspired look, someone commented saying you should have contoured your nose, but I wasn't very good at contouring my nose back then, and I'm quite happy with the way it turns out now. Everyone's nose is different, so I can't tell you how to contour your nose or anything. I just know how to contour my nose, and if that's not correct, then I don't know what is. Now I'm going to be taking a domed shadow brush and buffing that contour in to the highlight. But now I'm going to be taking my concealer brush, which is also domed, and buffing concealer into the areas and using my fingers to take off any excess that may appear. A bit more concealer on the sides where we did not contour, and it just helps everything to blend in and makes my nose a bit more 3D. So I'm going to redefine that again. I can't make my nose look like Kylie's because we have totally different noses. Noses, nose. Who knows? Oh my gosh. So any more imperfections that I have on my skin, I will be taking the Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer, and I'm going to be taking the lighter shade to match the highlighting concealer that we did under the eyes, and placing it on top of any blemishes that I can still see through the concealer. Using the darker shade, I'm going to be placing that on to this one and this one, but also taking my Maybelline Superstay Concealer 24 Hour in the shade 3 to really colour match everything that wasn't highlighted onto those areas, taking that onto the cheekbones. I know I put concealer there, but we'll just kind of have to miss it. It doesn't look like she's done any heavy contouring, it's just mainly bronzer, but I need a little definition anyway. Make my forehead a bit smaller. Now I'm going to blend that concealer in. Now I have a kabuki brush that is pointed, and I'm going to be taking my Chanel Solid Tan de Chanel and buffing that contour that we placed under the cheekbones out. Now this is where the bronzer comes into play to warm everything up. This is one of my favourite parts of makeup because I adore bronzer, as I said. Due to all those bronzy tones that we put on the eye, I'm going to be placing a ton of this on, just because I love it so much as well. It smells like apricots or peaches. Oh, it's just a gorgeous product to work with, and I just, on the tip of the nose, on the jaw, warm everything up there as well, into the sideburn. I really like this look. Might do it for my 18th birthday, which is ages away, January, but still, it's such a gorgeous look. Collection Sheer Loose Powder in the shade Translucent. Oh, shoot. Look at this. This is about to fall down. If I don't tap it, it's not going to fall. Ah! Just going to be setting everything on my nose and anywhere we place concealer. But also, I like to set everything first and then go on to baking, just so that I know that nothing's going to lift when I put that powder on. Under the eyes, as I said earlier, her skin didn't look overly matte, so I will be using a setting spray or water spray to compensate the amount of powder that we'll be using. So I'm be taking this disposable wedge sponge and placing the bake on the sides of the nose. Oh, I've done something wrong already. I've forgotten to do something. I need to correct that in a bit. My chinny chin in between the brows. I don't like making my forehead matte, so I'll leave that there. Why aren't I doing my nose fully? That's because I forgot to contour it with powder. Angled eyeshadow brush, Benefit's Hoola. I have been doing this technique for ages now, and it's just really good. Now last time I contoured my nose on camera, it did not look good, so I had to take it off and redo my nose. It wasn't doing this makeup look. This makeup look I did quite spontaneously. I thought I'm going to film a video today, and I saw a photo of her with this and I fell in love last night, and I was like, I'm going to do that one day, and today is the day. The thing I love about this these wedge sponges so much is because they have this edge here, this straight edge, and you can really get your powder onto it and just place it all the way down the center of your nose. And it just creates this like really good crisp line of powder. And then we're gonna kick off any of the powder in a bit. While that is baking, I'm gonna move on to the body because it looked like she had a load of shimmer on her collarbones and on her shoulder bones. What are they called, those things here? Blades. No, shoulder blades are on your back. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the Revolution Radiant Lights in Glow, and I'm using this Kabuki brush and just dusting it to give me that faux glow. And it looks so pretty on her with her tan skin, just gorgeous. Just placing that everywhere. Then the neck. Next, going into some highlighter on the collarbones, I'm going to be taking the Sleek Solstice palette, and I'm going to be taking that golden shade onto the collarbones. And on here again, the shoulders. Now I'm going to be taking a brush to kick off any of this powder. Now this is going to make a huge mess. I'm always scared the powder's going to go up my nose. I do not want that to happen. It looks really bright under the eyes now. Now definitely onto bronzer. I will be taking the Revolution All About Bronze palette. I absolutely adore this palette, especially this shade and this golden highlight, because they're just so gorgeous. And I can't find an orangey type of bronzer anywhere else apart from in this palette, so someone please make one, because okay, so I'm gonna be taking this milky kind of bronzy color and just softening the bronzer up, well, building the second layer of bronzer on our skin with this, and then into the orangey shade. Okay, I'm using a tiniest amount and taking it back here where I want the emphasis to be. It looked like she had some type of blush on, like a peachy blush. I'm going to be taking the Laura Mercier Peach Whisper blush, and it is a peachy tone, and my blush brush, and on the side of the cheek. I think that's about done on that cheek. Okay, that's blush done. Okay, back into this palette and using the golden highlight shade. I'm going to be taking a flat foundation brush, and I'm going to be smiling to find this, like, there's this highlight line that I follow sometimes, and it's when I smile, find it, and it's there. And I'll just be patting that in, and it looks like she's taking it far down into the cheek, into the blush. Can you guys see that? I'm going to be working that up into the temples and onto the arch of the brow on top here, because I just love highlight there. Can you guys see that? Absolutely gorgeous. Down the center of the nose. If they sold this highlight on its own, I'd be over the moon, and that bronzer, or even as a duo. Oh, how lovely would that be? But to really tie everything together, I'm going to go back into this Rock On World bronzer and melting the highlight in a bit, so it doesn't just sit on top of anything. Bronze. Now onto the lips. I have got some Vaseline on them, but I'm going to be taking a cotton bud and exfoliating them. Okay, so my camera decided to cut out, and I was just saying how I like to use the EOS lip balm to prime my lips, because it isn't overly hydrating, but it just leaves quite a smooth finish on the lips. For this look, obviously she probably used her own products, like her own lip kit, to create her lips, and I can't get hold of them because they're always sold out and stuff. So I'm going to be taking the MAC lip liner in Stripdown, and also the Primark lip liner, you heard me, Primark, really good, lip liner in the shade Brown. I'm just going to be mixing the two, not on the back of my hand, on my lip. Taking the brown lip liner first. I'm not going to be overlining. On her lips it looks quite a brown nude. It kind of looks orange based as well. Still have foundation on my lips, so it's quite hard to see where my lip line is. And just filling the rest of my lip in with it. That's what the brown looks like. It doesn't really go with this look very much. It makes me look quite washed out. Next I'm going to be taking Stripdown and again lining my lips with it. It just makes the overall colour not too bold, a bit more muted. That's what the two look like mixed together. I mean, you could leave it like that, I guess. But because I'm inspired by the look, I'm just going to finish it off. I've just dug my fingers into bronzer. So, MAC Shy Girl. Nice peachy colour. Creates that nice sheen. Makes your lips look quite plump as well. Because I'm feeling a bit extra, I'm going to go with the number 7 Shimmer palette in the shade Caramel. And it has these gorgeous shades here. And I'm going to be popping that onto my cheekbones. I really want this to pick up on camera. Woo! Oh damn. I said I'd go back in under the eye to emphasize that golden coppery shade again. So I'm going to do that in a fluffy eyeshadow brush and smudging it in. If I could wear this makeup every day, I would. And if it didn't take me more than 2 hours, then I would. More than 2 hours? If it took me 20 minutes, then yeah. Yeah, but then you'd look the same every day. So, pros and cons. Okie dokie, you guys. I think that's nearly done. I think I just might need a bit more bronzer. Don't shoot me. That is the finished look. I'm so bloody pleased with that so much. Ah! She had her hair in a ponytail and I have shortish hair. So this is the ponytail that I've come up with and my roots are growing out. So yeah, please don't look at that. I'm having my sister do my hair today. So yeah. If you like this look, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, I'll see you guys next time as well. I'm hoping to do some back to school stuff, but I just can't find a school bag that I'm totally in love with yet. So that is the makeup look done. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!